Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Your boy Bashiro. I'm just recovering from the side effects of the COVID vaccine, so I'm alive again. Yeah, so yesterday it seems that Evo 2021 has been announced, and it seems that it was acquired by Sony, none other Sony themselves, with collaboration with some organizations called RTS. So it seems that we will be getting an Evo this year, which is I have mixed feeling about, to be honest. I know that the co-founders of Evo are the ones who will be acting as advisors for the event. But for me, there's some red flags that are concerning me, to be honest, and this is what I want to talk about. I'll leave some links in the description if you want to read more about it, like the original announcement and so on and so forth. But this video will focus on my opinion about how I feel about Evo this year. So for me, let me start by saying that I think that without Sony, there will be no Evo this year. Let's state that like now. This is my opinion. Because basically what happened last year, by the way, was a very bad year for the FGC. Not only because of the COVID pandemic and the lockdowns and the lack of offline events, because there is a lot of bad things that happen within the community itself. So we had the incident with Lab Zero, then we had the Evo also scandal. I think you all know what's that about. I don't want to dive into details. And some issues in the Smash community. So there was a lot of things, bad press happening in the fighting game community, to be honest. And that coupled with the lack of events, it was a very hard year for fighting game players. So that's why you notice a lot of FGC players, like pro players, they started to become content creators. Because to be honest, with the lack of events and the lack of good publicity for fighting games, things were not looking good, to be honest. Fighting games will not die because of this, but for me, I was very doubtful that we'll be having an Evo this year. So Sony stepping in actually, and the co-founders behind Evo actually stepping in and working with Sony just to bring the event this year. I think this is good overall. But I have two main concerns with the announcement. So number one actually are the games. So we had 4 game announcements that are coming to Evo. So we had Street Fighter, we had Tekken 7, we had Mortal Kombat, and we have Guilty Gear Strive. What's all these 4 games have in common? They're all on Sony platforms. The Tekken tournament will be held on PC, but these games, they all have Sony representation. So right off the bat, I don't think this year we'll be having any Super Smash Brothers, and I don't think we will be having any game from Microsoft like Killer Instinct. They mentioned that Sony is willing actually to work with other companies to bring their games to Evo because they want to maintain like the grassroots, like the community of the games, you know. But remember, they are companies and they have interests, and I don't think Nintendo or Microsoft they want to market their games where there's like a presented by Sony or a PlayStation logo on top of their game. So I think this year we will not be seeing other platform games like Smash, like Killer Instinct. And the other thing also, I don't think like the lower popularity or the indie games they will make an appearance in Evo this year, because you have to keep in mind that games like Skullgirls, who just got a new season announced, the Fighting Herds. We've had some games with rollback like Accent Core plus R, the Fighting Herds. I don't think we will see these games. Also, some older games, I don't think they will see representation, like BB Tag, Under Night and Birth, etc. I think this Evo will be very limited in terms of games, and for me, I'm not looking forward about like what's gonna happen this year. I'm looking about what's gonna happen to the next Evo, if there will be ever another Evo, because I think this year they're just testing the water, and hopefully by next year we can go back to offline events. So for me, I'm gonna be watching, to be honest, Street Fighter and Guilty Gear Strive. Hopefully they will add more games and hopefully they will surprise us. It's a little bit early to speculate. We still have 5 months to go forward. So my second issue actually also is the regions where they announce Evo. So you have Evo in the Americas, you have it in Europe, you have it in Asia. But I feel like there's 2 major regions that are missing from Evo this year. And for me, since it's an offline event, I have no clue why they did that, to be honest. So why there is no Evo representation this year in the Middle East and in Africa? Look, for me, I'm from the Middle East, and I know the players, I know the community heads, I know the organizers. So there is a lot of talent here in the Middle East, and I think like both the Middle East and Africa, they deserve representation in Evo, you know, because I think this Evo will be region locked. I don't see how they can make it like international competition, especially with games like Tekken. that doesn't have the rollback netcode. So if you're gonna make it region specific, you need to add those two regions. There's a lot of amazing talent, and we have very good tournament organizers, commentators, people who are OG FGC people. We have Alex Valles here. We have Alex Jibailis here. We have Arturos, by the way. You don't know them because there is a little bit representation for them overseas. But I feel like if the Evo staff, they want to work with people like from the Middle East to bring the event here. If Mark Julio, you're watching, or for some reason, Sony, you are watching this, hit me up on my Twitter and I can actually introduce you to some of the people here in the Middle East if you want to make this happen. Because I feel like this is criminally underrated, to be honest. Like, not to bring Evo to the Middle East or even to Africa, where you have people like from Pakistan and from India and from Morocco, people who are eager and they are fighting game heads, So you need to bring Evo to all around the world, I think you have a lot of reach that you haven't tapped into. And I feel like in the Middle East, especially my region, it deserves representation. Last Evos, you have to remember the people who won Evo or got second place, they're all from the Middle East. I'm sure that if you watch Street Fighter, Big Bird, Angry Bird. If you watch, what do you call it, Mortal Kombat, Tekken Master. If you watch also Tekken, not Sari, I think he's called Sora, so there's a lot of talent here and there's a lot of hidden gems here. So if Evo will ever be an online tournament, please bring it to the Middle East and please bring it to Africa and make it a global event. Okay, guys, I think this is my 2 cents for now. Let's see how the story develops and let's see how much more future announcements we will get, and hopefully we will only get good news. I have mixed feeling about Evo this year, but better to be patient to see what's the outcome. Alright, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what's your opinion on Evo this year, and I'll catch you in the next video. Yalla, peace.